Good morning. Welcome to the start of another Fury season. And today we look forward to 2012 and beyond. It's hard to believe this is the 10th time I've attended one of these Fury media events. Time seems to have just flown by. But we've accomplished a lot in those 10 years, and yet so much more is on the horizon, I think, for soccer fans in Ottawa. As Graham mentioned, since the modern-day Fury started 10 years ago, with the acquisition of what then was just a women's team, a W-League team, it's perhaps appropriate to start to take a look at women's soccer in the capital over the next few seasons. So first, the Women's World Cup, not really a Fury event, but one that's monumental for our city. In 2003, is this going to work? It did. In 2003, we welcomed Rianne Wilkinson to the Fury, then just a bright-eyed and bubbly kid from Montreal, and along with others such as Diana Matheson, Robin Gale, who's also in the picture there, and Kelly Parker, Rianne would help place the Fury firmly among the elite teams in the North American women's soccer map, a place we've occupied now for a decade. 14 ex-Fury players played in the last 2011 Women's World Cup in Germany, for Canada, for England, for Australia, for New Zealand. In May, Rianne returned to Ottawa and to Parliament Hill as one of Canada's most capped players. I believe she's got over 100 caps. And to represent our national team at the ceremony at which Ottawa was named as one of the host 6 cities for the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup. Yes, the largest international women's sporting competition in the world is coming to Ottawa in the summer of 2015 in a world-class stadium at Lansdowne Park. According to FIFA, 250 million people from 181 countries watched a Women's World Cup game in Germany in 2011 for at least 20 minutes. How they get that stat, I don't know. 13.2 million people watched the final between the US and Japan. So, what a treat is in store for Ottawa, for soccer fans, what a showcase for our city to the world, and for our new stadium. 2011 was an amazing year for the Fury women and for head coach Dom Oliveri and his staff. An unbeaten regular season, 12-0-0. We breezed through the Central Conference playoffs. Mallory, Outerbridge, and others cleaned up almost every W-League award going. We defeated the host Seattle Sounders in front of their own fans in the semi-final. However, as Bayern Munich found out last weekend, not all goes to plan. And the wheels came off against Atlanta in the final. So we needed a new plan, tremendous as that year was. In 2004, in just our second season actually of operating the Fury, we hosted the championships here in Ottawa at Carleton University. It was a great event. We lost to the New Jersey Wildcats, if I remember correctly, in the semi-final. We lost Diana Matheson to a red card for handball in the first half, somewhat reminiscent of last year. And the event was won by a Canadian team, at least, the Vancouver Whitecaps. For the Fury, one of many trips to the Final Four and 3 appearances already in the championship final. So, it's clear what the plan should be. Let's bring the finals back to Ottawa. You have to bid for those, unfortunately. You can't just say that. But what could be better than to have the chance to finally clinch the championship in front of our own fans in a stadium where we've not lost now for almost 4 years and are currently riding a 25-game unbeaten streak. 23 wins and 2 ties. So in February, the first stage of this plan was complete. We were successful. The Fury was selected as host for the 2012 North American Championship presented by Umbro. And in the absence of WPS, the biggest club event in women's North American soccer this summer will be played right here in Ottawa from July 27 through 29 at the Algonquin Soccer Complex. The Fury and playoff champions from the 3 regional conferences, the Western Conference, Central and Eastern, will participate in a 4-team championship weekend. The game will be televised across, or the championship game will be televised across North America by Fox. While we'll be dramatically increasing the seating capacity at Algonquin, the event is sure to be a hot ticket. We certainly want all our fans to, as Fury people say, be part of it. Get their tickets early. Today, all championship passes go on sale at 2 p.m. Those passes will provide general admission to the 2 semifinals, the third place game, and the final. $30 for adults, $15 for juniors and seniors, plus taxes. Tickets can be purchased online through the Fury website at www.ottawafury.com. After a great season last year, it's no surprise that many of our players have gone on to professional careers around the globe. And now for the first time, we've been faced with rebuilding a side capable of winning the championship. The hard work to achieve this is done over the winter months, watching videos, talking with college coaches, working the phones, and the head coach masterminding all that work is Dom Oliveri, the 2011 W-League Coach of the Year. So it's going to be an exciting season, and at this point I'd like to welcome Dom to the podium to introduce the 2012 W-League squad.
I guess there's absolutely no pressure on us this year, ladies, to win. Obviously, we're one of the best W-League clubs in the W-League that hasn't won a championship. So from minute one, what we've said to these players is winning a championship is our ultimate goal. We've done a great job in assembling a tremendous group of young ladies, which are here before you today. And they're an extremely talented bunch who come from all over the world. So we're really excited to have you guys in Ottawa and to make this a really special year for the club. I'll start by introducing the squad. Some of the players aren't here today, but if you are here, if you could just maybe stand, give us a little wave or curtsy, whatever you'd like to do. Kat, you know I'm talking to you, right? Jasmine Phillips, goalkeeper from the University of Maine, hails from Ottawa, Ontario. Courtney Rhodes, midfielder, University of South Carolina, Wilmington, Delaware. Casey Ramirez, defender, Syracuse University, Yardley, Pennsylvania. Brittany Rhodes, defender, University of South Carolina, Wilmington, Delaware. Kat Williamson, defender, University of Florida, McKinney, Texas. That was poor, Kat. Jess Hopton, defender, University of LaSalle, Westchester, Pennsylvania. Megan Verdure, midfielder, Villanova University, from Levittown, Pennsylvania. Katrina Gorey, midfielder, Melbourne Victory, from Brisbane, Australia. Havana Salon, midfielder, University of Florida, from Gainesville, Florida. Lisa Marie Woods, midfielder, from Fortuna Hjørring in Tonsberg, Norway. Jessica Schufelt, forward, University of Connecticut, Rochester, New York. Courtney Maitland, defender, University of Connecticut, from Candiac, Quebec. Kelly Conheeney, midfielder, Virginia Tech, Ridgewood, New Jersey. Melissa Busk is a forward from University of Connecticut, from St. Bruno, Quebec. Emily Dowd, forward, University of Tennessee, Gainesville, Florida. Katie Ryan, forward, Villanova University, from Wayne, New Jersey. Audrey Bernier-LaRose, goalkeeper from Oregon State University, from Ottawa. Mallory Outerbridge, forward, Western Kentucky University, Regina, Saskatchewan. Cynthia LeBlanc, goalkeeper from the University of Ottawa, Granby, Quebec. Courtney Wetzel, defender, Oregon State University, Puyallup, Washington. And that's your 2012 W-League squad.
Right, Mallory, just want to ask you about coming back to Ottawa this season following a year where you led the league in scoring, were league MVP, and helped the team win a silver medal.
I'm super excited. I can't wait. I had a blast last year with the girls and the coaches, you, John, so I'm just excited to be back and just to start playing again. It's going to be good.
Do you feel any pressure towards your performance this season following the number of goals that you scored last year and just like the impactful player that you were, not only for the Fury, but just, you were so visible across the entire league?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's always pressure, especially just as a team, We did so well last year, and I think just in general, the team, the coaching staff, everyone has pressure. I wouldn't say I'm trying not to think about the pressure. I'm just trying to just play my game, set my one goal that I've always had, score one goal in every 3 shots, and that's what I'm going to try to do. That's what I came here to do.
What does it mean for yourself and some of your teammates that are returning from last year's team to know that Ottawa's hosting the W-League Championship this season? You guys are very good at home. So what does it mean for you guys to return and have that opportunity to have another chance at a North American title?
I think everyone's really excited, and I can't wait because everyone's family is going to come down, and I think you know, that's a big deal for everyone, and especially Ottawa is just such a great city. Like it's amazing, and the crowds that we get here, it's great. Like everyone, the whole city's behind the Fury, so it's gonna be really good, and I think it's gonna be really exciting.
Last question. You may not know the answer to it, but your hopes of playing for the national team. Obviously, your season last year certainly got a lot of attention from everybody in North America, and you would hope the women's national team as well. But your prospects of playing for the Canadian national team, and is that something that you have as a career goal of your own?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to play for my country and represent Canada well. I'm just waiting for the call. That's all I can say, I guess. So that's it would be exciting, but I'm just waiting for the call.
Dom, your team put together a perfect regular season last year, getting 15 straight wins all the way to the championship final. You end up with a silver medal. Coming into this season, do you feel any pressure? I know you hear this on an ongoing basis, but do you feel any pressure that from what you guys established last season that you have to try and replicate that again this year?
No, not at all. I mean, from a coaching staff's point of view, we're just trying to go out and win some games and trying to win a championship. And, for us, it's all about playing well, playing good soccer, leading into the semis and the finals. So hopefully the girls embrace what we're trying to do, and we get to the finals this year and win.
So you talk about the championship. This year, Ottawa gets to host the W-League Championship presented by Umbro at Algonquin. You guys have been very successful at home. How much does that mean to your team this year, kind of just going into the start of the season, knowing that you're already going to be into the Final Four, and how does that kind of come into your plans as a coach to helping this team win that W-League title that's eluded them on a few occasions now?
I think playing at Algonquin is quite an advantage for us. Obviously, our record at Algonquin has been tremendous over the last 3 years, and we hope to use that to our advantage. From our point of view, playing in Ottawa is a great thing for us. Like I said before, we get to sleep in our own beds. We get to eat food that's familiar to us. So we're really looking forward to hosting some of the best women's soccer players in the world here in Ottawa come July 27th.
You were talking earlier today about some of the returning players. What is it about those players that made you want to have them back in your lineup this year? I think Mallory Outerbridge is kind of the obvious one because she was the MVP last year, led the team and the league in scoring, but several other key players that are returning.
Yeah, no, I mean, there was a specific core of players that we wanted to return. We targeted these players for a reason. They're great competitors, they're great leaders, and we really thought that they'd be able to show the new players coming into Ottawa what we're all about and what we're expecting of them, and so far they've done a great job.
And in terms of the new players that are coming in, obviously some faces that you had to replace that aren't returning. But what was kind of your mindset in the recruitment process of bringing in the new girls that you have this season?
Obviously we're trying to get the best players that we can. But for us, it's about players that fit our system, fit our style of play, and that are able to adapt and compete, not only in our conference, but at the national level, playing in international finals. So that was really the target for us this year. And I think myself, Kwesi, the rest of the staff have done a great job up to this point. And now it's about getting the girls ready to play.